Hello everyone, welcome back to Food Tech Geeks where I, Rachna Sharma, upload videos, lectures, tutorials, career guidance videos and exam related videos on food science and technology. So this video is about ICAR NET and ICAR ARS exam 2021. The exam dates have been announced by ICAR. So in this video, I will be covering the exam date, the exam pattern, and what are the various preparation tips and strategies which you can follow to crack this exam. So let's start with today's video. So this time ICAR has released combined notification for NET, ARS and STO exam. So in this video I will be covering only NET and ARS. I will not go into STO part because this time food technology seats are not there in STO. So we will talk about only NET and ARS. So first we will talk about NET exam. So I guess all are aware of what is NET exam. So this ICAR NET exam is a qualifying exam which is important to be qualified by the candidates who are willing to be a lecturer or an assistant professor in any agriculture universities. So this exam is a qualifying exam for being a lecturer or an assistant professor. If I talk about the examination pattern of ICAR NET exam, so there will be one paper and there will be 150 objective type multiple choice questions and each question carries 1 mark. So there will be total of 150 marks and the examination is for 2 hours and there will be a negative marking of 1/3. So the total marks for the exam is 150 and the minimum qualifying marks for journal category is 50% marks, that is 75 out of 150. For OBC it is 67.5 marks and for SC, ST and PWD candidates it is 60 marks. So this is the examination pattern for NET exam. Now let's see about Agriculture Research Service. So this ARS exam is for those candidates who want to be a scientist in agriculture research universities. So if you qualify this exam, you will be appointed as a scientist in Agriculture Research Service of ICAR and the pay band is very good. So the examination pattern for this exam is there will be 3 tiers. First is preliminary, second mains and then third one is viva or we can say interview. So for the preliminary it is for objective type and there will be 150 marks for the examination which is for 2 hours. And then the second one is mains, that is the written examination, descriptive type exam that will carry 240 maximum marks and the time duration is for 3 hours. And the last one is the viva which carries 60 marks. So the students who will qualify the preliminary examination will be allowed to appear for the mains examination and then consequently for a viva. So the minimum qualifying marks for preliminary round is 67.5 marks for unreserved category or general category, 60 marks for OBC and for SC, ST, PWD it is 52.5 marks. Now let's know about the examination date. So on 12th July 2021, ICAR has released a notification for the exam schedule for NET and ARS. So the examination dates will range from 23 August to 27 August and the admit card will be released 15 days before the examination date. So the examination dates will lie between 23 August to 27 August. Now let's understand what are the various preparation tips and strategies which one can follow to crack this exam. So first let me tell you the syllabus for this exam. So the syllabus will cover all the various disciplines of food science and technology. For example, fundamentals of food science and technology, food chemistry, food microbiology, food engineering, food additives and then food packaging and then sensory evaluation of foods, food safety, dairy and seafood technology, meat and poultry technology. So all the various disciplines of food science and technology will be covered in this examination. So the preparation tips include, number 1 is standard values are the most important. Like, you cannot ignore the standard values. A lot numbers of questions will be asked from the standard values. For example, the TSS, the pH, or the acidity of various food products like jam, jelly, nectar, squash, and fruit juice, and what is the head space in the canned fruits. And then the other standard values like fat content of cream, fat content or SNF content of toned milk, double toned milk, and what is the permissible limit of particular additive in particular food. So these type of standard values are very important with respect to these examinations. And yes, for this, do not refer to any book, because in the book not every year these are being updated. So try to learn these standard values from FSSAI regulations, because there you will get the updated values. The second one is for food engineering. So for food engineering, you need not to go to the numerical portion or the formulas, but yes, the units, the terms, the numbers are very important. For example, the Reynolds number, the specific gravity, and all other various units. You need to know the unitless and unit numbers along with the units and their ranges. So this is important in food engineering, and just get a brief introduction of all these units. No need to go for numericals and all that part. Next is for food microbiology. In food microbiology, you need to give a thrust on what are the various spoilage causing microorganisms in different foods, like in egg, poultry, and then meat, milk, and seafoods. So you need to know spoilage causing microorganisms in all the various groups of foods, and with that the beneficial and useful microorganisms are also very important. Try to learn all those important microorganisms, and being a major thrust on fermentation and alcoholic beverages. So this is important for food microbiology, and for this you can refer to Frazier. The next one is for food chemistry. So for food chemistry, go thoroughly for the food additives. What are the various food additives? What are the various classifications like preservatives, antimicrobials, antifungal, and then thickening agent, anti-caking agent, anti-foaming agents, emulsifiers. You need to know all these very well, along with the examples and their uses in the food. So get all the informations, and yes, you can get the permissible amount from the FSSAI website. And then go for the various enzymes which are used in food industry, and along with that have a understanding of what are the various indicator microorganisms for various techniques. Like for example, for pasteurization, the indicator microorganism is Coxiella burnetii, and the enzyme is alkaline phosphatase. So you need to know about all these very well. And along with that, do not forget to learn about the various biomolecules, the nutrients, the macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, their deficiency, and all these are important. And yes, please go through the functional food also, which contain the active bio components of the foods. For example, curcumin in turmeric, eugenol in clove. So make a table of that and just learn about all the important active components in the food. After that, this is also very important, try to get all the recent information about FSSAI, what all various updates it has done in various rules and regulations. Try to cover all these aspects, and yes, also have an understanding of food safety, ISO, HACCP, and all the related concepts, because they are very important in food technology. So go through all these topics, have a better understanding of the foundation of these concepts. Now the last and the most important, revision and practice. This is the most important key element for any examination. There is a saying also which says, the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. So here the same thing goes. The more you practice, the more easier it will be for you to crack the exam. So for your practice, you can opt for Objective Food Science by Sanjeev Kumar Sharma. This book has a lot number of MCQs, and all the MCQs of different disciplines of food technology has been covered very nicely. So you can choose this book for your preparation. And yes, of course, you can go on my channel. There I upload videos in a series where we discuss 10 MCQs per video along with the proper description and discussion part. So you can check out those videos also. You can get the link in the description box. So that's how you can prepare and practice for the MCQs. With this, I want to extend my sincere thank you to Abhinay Shashank sir, who has shared these important and useful preparation tips and strategies to crack this exam. Currently, he is working as a technical officer in FSSCI, and he has cleared both UGC NET and ICAR NET exam. So this is it for today's video. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and classmates. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.